What's good, y'all? Marcus from the shop. You read the title, Wale Shine album review reaction. I know it's a Monday night, it's kind of late, and of course, YouTube community, anything that's 24, 48 hours, that shit is old news, but hey, sorry. Long, busy weekend, and before I go into the album review and I give you my take on it, I just want to get on some shit off my chest real quick. And if you don't care what I'm about to say at all, then just I'll put like a little link at the bottom where you could just skip this part and I'll go straight into the reaction and review. But for my subscribers that really care, that's been wondering like what I've been up to and like why I'm not as consistent as I used to be, this is more to you. This is an explanation. So long story short, my motivation hasn't really been there for YouTube. And it's not like the money thing. Like, YouTube has done a lot of crazy shit within the past couple months where they pretty much took away the ad revenue. They're a lot more strict, so it's harder for us to do like reaction videos to certain songs, shit like that, because they pretty much just shut it down. Like one of my videos where I did a reaction, I think off of a Travis Scott and Young Thug song, like back in August, they completely muted that video. Like, there's no audio, so I end up having to delete it. There's no point of having a video on YouTube with no audio on it. So, lesson learned, I'm not playing any more like full-length songs on my videos anymore because it's not worth the hassle for that. But I noticed that you guys do watch my videos and are more into videos that are more reaction-like rather than reviews, which is kind of easy because I don't have to listen to a certain album like 20, 30 times, take hella notes, and then try to memorize my notes so I can talk to you guys on camera. I can just listen to it. You can listen to it with me, and I'm pretty much shooting from the hip as far as like my take on that album as we're listening to it together. So it's pretty much a fresh thought. That out the way. Another thing too is, again, I'm not looking to get money off of YouTube. I'm not looking to get rich. But with that being said, just priorities get in the way, man. Like, I've been doing a lot of freelance videography and shit like that, like over the weekends, working. I'm a college graduate. So just all that shit mixed into one. By the time I have my free time, like I'm not out and about doing this and that, I really don't have the motivation to set up the camera at home and then talk to you guys about this one album that I probably don't even care about. You know what I mean? Like, so that's pretty much where like the lack of motivation has been. Also, not to mention, I don't want to get to too much details about this, but you guys remember that radio station I was working for, 66 Raw? If you've seen any like past videos, you would see like the logo pop up and that had like the little logo in the bottom. Well, about a year and a half ago, I was interning with them through my college, and if you don't know, it's some, you know, fun fact, my long-term goal is to be in radio as a radio personality, on the boards, or just pretty much behind the scenes. Like, the game of radio is just so fascinating to me, and that's really what I want to do. So that was a perfect opportunity for me, which I thought. But the radio station moved back down to Atlanta. So I live in the DMV. That's not going to happen. If you're not going to accommodate for me, if there's no pay involved, I'm not moving to Atlanta off of a hope and a dream and maybe when nobody's getting paid. It was an internship. So it wasn't devastating, but it's just like, it was a blower because I was next up. I was like right there trying to learn the boards and everything, and then you guys they just shut it down for pretty much. Like, there's no more 66 Raw in Baltimore for the most part, and that just sucks because that was like, I felt like that was my opportunity right there. But on the downside of that, like, I feel like while I was at the radio station, I felt like it took away a lot of free time from me that I could have just put through here on YouTube for you guys. And if you go back and watch some of my past videos and everything, you'll see that I was putting podcast segments that I was doing with friends that I met through school and through the radio station. But if you notice, the views and the likes and the comments aren't as high as videos where I'm talking about a certain album or a song or this or that. Like, the podcast segment is fun because, again, I'm into media, I'm into broadcasting, but maybe I'm thinking I probably shouldn't have put it on this channel because it was too much mixing and too much diversity, and I never really gave you guys a warning. I just threw it on the channel. Some of you guys really liked it at first, but then it got to the point where just the views just started to go down and down and down. So I'm not really doing the podcast thing anymore. Maybe I'll jump back on it with them later on. But again, the radio station is pretty much down south, so we don't really have a spot to to do it at, and we're not all gonna fit in my apartment. That's not gonna happen. So until we find a location, we'll probably do it again, but it won't be on this channel. This channel will be dedicated for album reviews, mixtape reviews, track reviews, diss song reviews, and whatever else you guys are into. Again, the motivation has been kind of down, but now that the radio station's out the way and that's not my main focus anymore, I feel like I have a lot more room for creativity for this channel itself. So, but I need you guys to help me out. Like, I need y'all to follow me on Instagram and Twitter just to check up on me. Like, I talk to some of y'all like Luke, Will, I talk to Sean, I talk to y'all on Twitter and Instagram. I'm not as active on social media as I want to, but if more of y'all hit me up and like just pretty much just like, yo, Marcus, what's good with the next review? Are you doing this review? You doing that review? Yo, you check this album out. It'll motivate me to do more shit, because I know y'all talk to me in the comment section and sometimes I reply, sometimes I don't. I just forget to get around to it. But if you're on my social media, obviously I'm going to see that. Like if you tweet me to check out this album, to review it or something, then most likely I'll do my best to get around to it. But at least we can converse from there rather than the comment section, especially when there's like 30 comments and shit like that. I'm not gonna be able to get through all of them. But that's just my little take. Again, I'm trying to get the motivation back in, but I need you guys to help me out. So, fuck all that. Wait, real quick though. I'm going on vacation this weekend, so I want to be more consistent. Like, my plan is to be a lot more consistent like I was when I first started the channel, when I gave you guys an album review pretty much every week, and that is my long-term goal. Again, like, I do like some side gigs other than my 9 to 5, so I'm gonna be doing my best to balance it all together. But this weekend there will be no video. I know Logic's album comes out Friday, and the Gray Ranger, my boy TGR, he's probably gonna kill that review or that reaction or whatever he decides to do. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be on vacation, and I think it's a well-deserved vacation, man. Like, it's a lot going on with me, and yeah, when I come back, I feel like I'm gonna have a fresh mind and I'll be ready to work from there. But let's get on to the review. Sorry for holding you guys up. I just felt like I owed you an explanation. And yeah, let's get on to it. So, Wale Shine, the newest album. I forgot to explain why I have a shoe here. Well, this is not just a shoe. This is a New Balance 992. Mind you, I am from the DMV if I didn't say it earlier. John Wall, Wizards, DC. Here's a Go-Go Band mixtape, CCB, Critical Condition Band. Some old Wale mixtape, the mixtape About Nothing, and Ambition. Some DC shit that I decided to throw up. Why the Sneaker? If you from the DMV, you know New Balances, 992s, 993s, and so on and so forth. So, little replica shit, whatever. But it was a good weekend for the DMV, man. The Wizards beat the Atlanta Hawks. We lost against the Celtics, but hey, you know, game 2 is tomorrow, so big ups to that. Wale dropped the album. I have not listened to the full album. I've listened to a couple cuts. I'm be honest, so far, it's okay. It's not all that. I'm not too excited off this album from what I heard. Some of the tracks are good, but let's get into it. Again, I have not listened to the full album from beginning to end. I've only been skipping through it. But so far, I do like Columbia Heights. That joint just rocks. Columbia Heights is a section, it's a neighborhood in Northwest DC. Just FYI. But let's go into Thank God, track 1. And I will be snacking on some grapes. So he's swagging through this. Some crooning going on. Strong intro, man. I like it. I like the beat. I've seen that a lot of people don't like this album. Again, like the 3rd or 4th time, I haven't finished the album. Listened to a couple songs here and there. I like the intro though. Like, I don't know if nobody really fucks with it, but I do. Next one up, Running Back with Lil Wayne. Now, this is the second time he had a song with Lil Wayne. First one was Nike Boots. If you have not heard that song, that is a DMV classic. ACG Nike Boot all up on the camera. DC like shit, Mo County like shit, PG County like shit. Just the DMV classic. And the funny thing is that, like, Wale wasn't even MMG or nothing like that. So when we all heard this song, him come out with Lil Wayne back in 08, 09, when Wayne was on fire, this dude, Wale, the local rapper that some people kind of hated on because they thought he was kind of corny and goofy, made a song with Lil Wayne. Yo, it was out of here. We were so proud of him. Didn't matter if he was hating on him or not. The fact that he had a song with Wayne at that time back in 08 or 09, maybe it was like 07. Yo, it was phenomenal. But let's see if it's as good as it was back then. Running back. Definitely not as amped and as hype as Nike Boots.
I just want my percent.
Okay.
She told me to hit the hoop. All of this fog like the weather change. Turn the strip club to a hurricane. We got.
I can't stress enough how Nike Boots is a DMV classic. This is nothing compared to that. It's an okay song. The beat is kind of goofy and silly. Like, I was told that Wale was having a lot more, I think he said that in an interview too, he just had a lot more fun on this album. There's really no concept behind it. It's just him playing around. I don't know, man. Coming off of the album About Nothing, which to me, I know a lot of people don't like it. I think even Anthony Fantano will said it's a shitty album. I love that album. I did not buy the physical copy, but that's something that I definitely want to put up here on my shelf. I fucking love that album. White Shoes, the fact that he has, what's his name, Jerry Seinfeld, pretty much this right here is where he got the idea from. The mixtape About Nothing is the first time we had Jerry Seinfeld narrating the whole his whole project. So having him doing it again on an album when Wale's on a bigger scale. Wale didn't even have dreads when this album came out. He had a Caesar. That's how old this joint is. Yeah, I love that album so far. I know I'm only on song 2, but those 2 songs I did not listen to. Now when I'm comparing it to the other songs that I heard earlier, remember I did say I listened to a couple songs here and there. It's okay so far, man. I'm kind of disappointed, but let's go into it. Scarface, Rose, Gotti. Kind of disappointed, man. You got Weezy on the track again for part 2, and you don't really do nothing too crazy with it, especially after Nike Boots. Next. Okay. I like the drums behind it. Not really go-go, which is DC music, but it kind of has like a Latin influence to it. It might be a stretch, but definitely not go-go. Well, it may be go-go, but no, maybe not Latin, more Caribbean. I'll give it that. Kind of sounds like it's a blend of EDM and soca music. I like this joint though. It is smooth. Okay. Low cadence to T.I. I see you, Wale.
I know. She got it all,
bring them up, bring them up. It's hard to yell with the barrel in them. Or Jay-Z. Fashion Week with G-Eazy. We already know this song. They play it all the time on the radio over here, so it's really not much to talk about. Dope little club banger. Not really much. Maybe not a club banger. Maybe a little lounge 2-step. That's all it is, though. Honestly, kind of the only time I really ever listened to G-Eazy. I have never ever listened to a G-Eazy track a day in my life. Just haven't got around to it. I don't really know anybody that listens to G-Eazy, but a couple white girls I went to college with. Alright, Columbia Heights. I did listen to this one song. I think it's real melodic. I think it's real cool. I'm gonna listen to it one more time. I like that he kind of fused a Latin influence into it, because Columbia Heights, again, is a neighborhood in DC, Northwest, and it's very diverse. So it's a big Latin community in there as well. So yeah, Columbia Heights. Background story too. If y'all know me, I used to b-boy back in the day. There was I forgot what street it was on, but church in Columbia Heights. That was our b-boy practice. Shout out to Words Beats in Life. Yeah, little FYI, fun fact about me. Yeah, so my thoughts about Columbia Heights Te Amo, same. It's not a bad song. I kind of like the beat. I kind of like how it's like real chill. And then you got this dude J Balvin. Never heard of him. I just googled him. Columbia singer. Singing in Spanish, it was okay. That part I could deal with that, honestly. And to be honest with you, the only like if you want me like a Latin singer on Columbia Heights, I'm pretty sure you could have found a Latino somewhere in Columbia Heights. Some Latin kid that could rap or sing. Could have gave him a shot. My honest opinion, my only real critique. But hey, whatever. Song was alright, wasn't too bad. Again, I like how he's experimenting with his music. It's not the best, but A for effort. Ooh, I like a little blunt there.
Keep it 100 with squad. Playing it simple, we stick to the goal. Anyone frontin' it simple, I stick to the goal.
Alright, so CC White, Mathematics. Those are no-go for me. Not really feeling those at all. Alright, I'm not a huge Travis Scott fan. I've said that before. Other videos, not a fan of that melodic mumble bullshit, whatever. I mean, some artists I can deal with, like Uzi. I don't really consider him a mumble artist, even though he falls in that category. Actually, I can understand what he's saying. But Travis Scott, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like him. I take that back. I don't want to say I don't like him, but he hasn't really grown on to me yet. So I'm hoping this one song, Fish and Grits, can change my mind about this album.
Keep it 100
Oh, hold up. I'm already not feeling it. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I really don't see the big deal with Travis Scott. I really don't. This is NyQuil music. That shit was just like whack to me, dog. Like, I really wasn't feeling that song at all. That was probably the worst song on the album.
See a fine girl.
I'm pretty much at the home stretch. Fine Girl was okay. I mean, very chill, melodic. Definitely a chick song. Speaks for itself, but Heaven on Earth, Chris Brown, probably another chick song.
You see my scars, I see your flaws, I see no problem. I know we not gods, we all got them. She an introvert, still good in public. I'm not a socialite, and with you I'm trying to be. Wait. So I'm at your door again, and it's just be my heaven on earth. My love, my forever.
I'm really disappointed in this album. That's enough of that. Next song is My PYT. I actually reviewed this last summer when he dropped it, which I totally even forgot about. And to be honest with you, I think I liked it in the review, and then after I listened to it a few other times, I wasn't feeling it. That shit got on my nerves. I actually even messed up in that review. I actually thought it was Tyga on the hook, and it wasn't, so my bad. But I'm not even gonna bother listening to My PYT, because I remember I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, but after listening to it a while, that shit got on my nerves, so I'm totally gonna skip that. DNA, coincidence, Kendrick Lamar dropped that banger ass song called DNA. I wonder how Wale felt when he heard that shit go on the radio and everyone's bumping with it and everything. Like, I'm really dreading these last two songs. I'm really dreading them. Time out. Just random thought in my head. Is it too much to ask for a rap album to include rapping? Like, I really feel like all the best rappers incorporate singing, and it ends up being like 75% singing, including harmonizing, melodic mumbling, and then like, I don't know, production, nothing but just production taking over the damn album, and then maybe like 15% rapping. It really feels like that sometimes. I don't know, it just might be me being frustrated, but I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, ugh. I really fuck with Joey Badass's album. That was straight rap. That was just straight hip hop. Just the essence of bars. Kendrick Lamar's joint, same thing. He incorporated a lot of singing in that shit too, but I don't know, I'm getting a little annoyed. This may be the old man in me.
See you later, see if you love.
Shit, y'all like boring the fuck out of me, dog.
See some love.
Smile featuring Phil Day. I'm kind of glad this joint is almost over. I'm really disappointed in this album. I'm really not feeling it. Here we go. Got that little 80s vibe to it. I think this is daughter. Okay, quick little review. I will not fucking with this album. I do not recommend buying it at all. This is straight we play music. Straight up. Just straight. It's not Basura. It's not that bad. But it's coast to cup, we play music. I don't even want to insult Wale and say that because, you know, he's from the DMV, man. Gotta rap 202, 301, 240. Gotta rap that. So I'm gonna say it's laundry folding music. Kind of like how J. Cole had I Wanna Fold Clothes With You. That's kind of what this album is. It's just folding clothes music. It's really not all that, man. It's not as good as the album About Nothing. It's not as good as Ambition. This is like, I've heard mixtapes harder than this. Like Forlorn, classic DC mixtape, classic. I don't know, man. I really felt like he was playing too much on this album. Shit, I got a fly in here. I guess I shouldn't have been eating grapes in my room. I did hear, like, again, on interviews, I heard him saying how he's having more fun with this. There's not too much concept or context behind it. That's what we like from Wale, though. Me personally, I don't know about y'all. I know a lot of people don't rock with Wale, and I don't know why. I guess because he's different, especially his production. It's real go-go-ish. It's real DC-ish. And a lot of people really not feeling that. I guess I understand. I like Smile a lot. I will say the first couple songs, Thank God, Running Back, Scarface, Fashion Week, Columbia Heights, like the first 5-6 songs, and Smile, bangers. I like, well, I'm gonna say they bangers, I won't go that far, but definitely songs I can rock to. But the whole midsection from CC White, Math Max, Fishing Grits, Fine Girl, Heaven on Earth, My PYT, DNA, I'm good. Like, really, I'm good off of these, like, what, 5-6 songs. That's pretty bad. But those 5 or 6 songs are pretty good. So I wouldn't even consider this as an album. Like, if I'm gonna listen to this again, I'm taking those terrible songs out of it. Like, I'd have to edit it. I couldn't listen to it from beginning to end. So yeah, man, this is, for me, 2 out of 5. Like, we play coast to cut music, but because Wale is my man like that, you know what I'm saying? DMV represent, I'm just gonna say folding clothes music. I'm not really rocking with it, man. I really can't. I'm not purchasing this album. Not a physical copy, at least. I really just can't see myself doing it. That's pretty much it, guys. Y'all let me know what you think. I'm sorry, I'm really disappointed. If y'all did like if y'all liked the album, I'm glad, because it's repping DMV, like it's repping that DMV style, that real DMV culture, music and shit. It's putting us on the map. So if you like it, I'm glad you do. It's just not for me. Logic is coming out with an album Friday, I believe. Again, TGR is probably gonna kill that review. So more DMV music, and I heard that Wale is trying to drop a go-go based album, so I'm pretty excited off of that. So I want to get into that conversation, like, seriously, if he does drop an album that's pure go-go. But that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, sorry for the little rant in the beginning. Just a little motivation, but I'm trying to get better. When I come back from vacation, I want to hit y'all with more reviews consistently every week like I used to when I first started this channel. But that's it. I appreciate the love, appreciate the feedback. Talk to y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Holla at y'all later.